Coalition for Ethical Reporting on Palestine's Mother's Day Visual for Gaza. I'm going to start this event the way I start all events. I'm simply going to state that today we give you permission to laugh, to cry, and to feel everything that you want to feel. We are here today for one simple reason. We are here to honor mothers. We're here to honor the people in our lives that stand by us no matter what. The ones who support us. The ones who think of us when we aren't even thinking of them. The ones who have our back. The ones who believe they know best for us. And the ones who only want the best for us. Now, the definition of mother is a very interesting thing. It's not always the person who gave birth to you. You can feel motherly love towards someone who's an aunt, a godmother. You can feel motherly love towards someone who raised you. And the person who you are thinking of right now is the person that we are honoring today. So just take a moment and think of the person who has meant most to you in your life, who has taken care of you through the hard times, and know that that person deserves to be honored. I'm also going to start this by telling a personal story. I am a proud Palestinian mother of 3 children. Thank you. Listen. Look, it ain't easy to have 3 kids and fit back into this stove, okay? There is no stretch. And what I'd like to tell you is the story of the birth of my second child, Safe. Now, if you guys can imagine me at 9 months pregnant, I looked like olive oil from Popeye had swallowed a basketball. My center of gravity was so bad that were I to sit down on a couch, someone would literally have to hoist me up or I would be there the rest of the day. My husband drove a car called a Mini Cooper, which I passionately hate because it had bucket seats and I could literally never get out of it. Being pregnant for me was not fun. The day that my son was born was October 29th, my birthday. We entered on October 28th. At around 11 p.m., I started having contractions. Those contractions went from 7 minutes apart to 3 minutes apart in the course of a car ride. And when I got to the hospital, that baby was coming out. As soon as I walked in, I looked at the nurses and I said, epidural. They were like, Miss, we need your name. I'm like, no, it's epidural. Put it on the baby's birth certificate. I need an epidural. They rushed me into the room. They prepped me. Everything was ready. My doctor arrived. And I said, where is my epidural? And they all looked at each other. And it took me a moment to realize that no epidural was coming. Now, this is not a big deal. Throughout history, women have been giving birth without an epidural. Now, to be fair, I really wanted an epidural. But my doctor was like, baby cakes, you're going to be fine. I realize now that that wasn't an endearment. She probably just couldn't remember my name. She had a lot of patience. And she looked me in the eye and said, we're going to do this together. And then she checked me. And she said, the words that will haunt me forever, that's a big baby. And I hear the room go silent for a minute and everyone look at each other. And me in that moment goes, maybe I could have an epidural now? And so the doctor runs out, she goes looking for the anesthesiologist. We're at this small community hospital, and I like to believe that the anesthesiologist was out somewhere enjoying life. Maybe at Olive Garden having some salad and breast sticks. I don't know, because I never met him. In less than 1 hour later, I gave birth to a 10-pound, 1-ounce baby boy. When they brought the baby to me, I looked at it, slightly shaking from the adrenaline of having given birth, and said, my God, that's a big baby. And the reason that I can tell you this story, that despite this one small problem, this one small calamity, that I was able to give birth to a healthy baby boy and be taken care of by nurses and doctors, and to be able to be here today to tell a funny story that will surely embarrass my son in 20 years, is because I was not born in Gaza. I was born here in the United States, in a place full of privilege. And that one small detail has altered the course of my life. I was not born in Sudan, and I was not born in Congo. And if you juxtaposition how I gave birth to how those women are currently surviving, how the mothers of Gaza, how the mothers of Sudan, how the mothers of Congo, how the mothers who are victims of colonial imperialism all over the world are being treated, you will see that no mother deserves that kind of treatment. In fact, no human being does. Every 2 hours, a mother in Gaza dies. At last count, over 30,000 people, mostly women and children, have been killed by the Israeli military in Gaza. And today we are here to honor motherhood, because motherhood is humanity. Now, my privilege in being able to give birth in a country where there are hospitals and doctors and I can be taken care of does not make me complicit, but silence does. And today we are raising our voices and we are speaking up for those of us that cannot speak. I simply ask today that you keep your mind and your hearts open, that you understand that the way we treat our mothers is the way we treat humanity. And without our humanity, we are nothing. So, please take your time, enjoy the day, enjoy your Mother's Day, but remember that there are mothers all over the world who deserve better treatment.
Don't